Overwatch League of Champions playoffs. Busan Weeamoos versus Enigma. This is what seed is this?
2 and 7,
2 and
respectively.
7. Yeah, should be a pretty good game. I'm thinking. And it looks like we're
Definitely,
going
definitely.
into Lijiang Tower, and I believe both teams are ready to go. Yep, both teams are
Yeah,
ready to go,
probably.
so we'll get right into it. Alright,
So,
from what we've seen through the
Busan.
teams throughout the season, what are you expecting us to see coming through, especially into our first map of Lijiang?
Well, I'm definitely expecting Amo to run to run Reaper. He's run a lot of Reaper. Um,
And
Ash or yeah, Ash
especially
could
with
probably be
those
on main tank.
recent, especially with those recent buffs, I'm definitely thinking that Reaper is going to be a big character in these games.
I mean, no one really plays Widowmaker on Enigma, so he should have some pretty free reign to kind of do whatever he wants.
And as you say that, I'm thinking now because I know Apple's has a decent Widowmaker, so we might be able to see that as they really won't have anything to contest it.
Yeah, I think yeah, Apple's not on TPS. Drastic is on DPS. All right, they go Lucio Moira.
We got
Interesting comp from
Ryan Zarya, a little bit of a flank with the Genji for Busan, Lucio Moira, and then a Reaper. And then on the other side, we're seeing Enigma with a Bastion, Torbjorn, Reinhardt, Tracer. Oh, nope, never mind. It's gonna be Ryan,
interesting
Zarya,
decision with
Mercy,
the
Pharah, Moira, and
they go
Tracer.
double
Some
main heals with a Tracer Pharah. Interesting decision.
little pharmacy action, it looks like, from Enigma. And
Tracer.
Busan immediately goes straight for point. Enigma is coming in. Apple taking the first pick of the game, taking out Yagzi, but Yagzi getting res by Mama Bear. Draz then taking out Grave. And we got Draz taking out Penguin as well.
Great positioning here from Busan. I mean that fight was entirely won. Everyone wanted to get the point. Busan got the point, so they win. Simple as that.
And with Busan's comp, going straight for point was definitely the best option, because then they could just bunker down, let the Genji get into the back lines, and the Reaper take the forefront.
They had some great cleave there with the dash and the fire strike.
Incredibly so, and it looks like Enigma is trying to work their way in, but Busan's not really giving them much room.
High charge Zarya for Enigma.
Grab comes out on the side of Enigma. Reinhardt's gonna get pinned, and then the Coalescence comes out.
2 Coalescences out. The beat,
Sound Barrier comes in, but huge shatter for Busan. With the Dragon Blade and the Death Blossom taking out 3 with those 2 ults together. And Busan taking a nice team kill.
Not gonna lie to you, maybe a few too many ults there. Don't really.
Oh no, I was thinking the exact same thing. Because if you're Busan right now, you have to realize that you're only gonna have 1 ult going into this next fight, and that Enigma's going to have ult advantage.
I mean, it is a grab, so you could get the Reinhardt ult off of it, and then continue to try to chain ults off of there. Mobile getting free shots. The grab
comes out for Busan, and Coalescence comes out to try and save Enigma, but it's not enough with 2 falling from Enigma. And the Reaper is just
I mean, they were down on ults.
Going at it, and
nice grab early.
Emo is going to take down both both Genesis, and Yagzi.
And that grab early as Jurassic literally just runs by Mercy. But no, the early grab there, able to like set them ahead in the ult advantage actually.
And it looks like Busan's going to easily take this first point.
You know, and we got to see Genji's new ability, Death Blossom.
That was one of my favorite buffs that they came out with, is Genji can now use Death Blossom.
Alright, so on this map, I gotta love some Hammond on here. Not gonna see it though.
We are going to see Apple stay with the Lucio, which I'm not surprised. Yaxie's also going to switch over to the Lucio, meaning that these fights are probably not going to be fought on those bridges, as that is just where Lucios like to stay. Getting those environmental kills is one of their favorite things.
Dive from Enigma here. Let's see what they do. They go. Neither team goes over bridge. Interesting.
It's definitely the safest route. You see the Lijiang Tower, and you have to assume a Lucio is going to be on either team.
Yeah, no, but with your own Lucio on dive, you know, I kind of like the opening position.
And Busan's going to go straight for point once again, not giving Enigma any room to get through that opening. Although, if I were Enigma, I'd realize that Busan is either on the point or fighting through that doorway, so the bridge is actually safe to make a little flank through.
Busan just kind of gets a free cap there. Charge from Reinhardt kills.
Death Blossom comes out, is going to take 3! Huge Death Blossom!
Beautiful play there. And Grave Killer just resetting himself.
And now Busan's going to take priority over that bridge, and it's such a strong choke, that spawn door. So many fights can be lost just because you can't break through that spawn. Winston, though, jumping into the fight with D.Va right behind him. Winston is going to take down Draz. And can Enigma take more? Gravekiller takes down Axe Crit. D.Va Bomb comes out, is going to catch nobody. Mobile taking down Zarya, and it looks like Enigma might be able to take this point.
Ammo isn't dead, though. He could pull something out here. But no,
as we say that, Ammo falls, and so does Vil, and Enigma looks like they're going to cap the point.
So Tina onto the D.Va. I like that switch there. A lot of spam damage, so Matrix should be pretty big, especially against the Reaper.
Especially so, but a boop onto Axe Grid by Penguin.
It's a nice, still push here coming from Busan. Interesting this to not reset.
We've got ammo coming through the backline, but it's taken down by Gravekiller.
Big plays by Grave. Big plays by Grave.
And the percentage will just keep going up for Enigma.
I have to say, the Reaper's getting all the kills, but I gotta give it to the Junkrat switch. Really trying to shutting down Axe Grid and not allowing her to make a ton of space.
And Busan starts to push forward with Penguin Guy getting into the backline, so it's going to get D-Maxed immediately. 4 picks falling to the side of Busan with Genesis getting rezzed. We've got a Bob on point who just jumps away.
That was a nice Bob. Gotta love when Bob just opens up the fight for you. It's like it's a charging Reinhardt, except you don't have to lose a Reinhardt, you know? It's some big plays. Although, Gravekiller gets hit. Interesting.
I think he was trying to get away and seeing if he could stay there without getting noticed.
And not sure why. I think he was trying to do what Evan was doing earlier when he teleported across, but just not getting the positioning that he wanted.
Mm-hmm. Winston jumping into the fight again with Mercy on him. Junkrat jumps in as well, and it looks like Enigma's going to take this fight full force.
Enigma goes down in ult. Big place.
But Axe Grid's going to fall. It was a nice trade, but the Mercy falls for Enigma. We've got a Coalescence coming out for Busan to try and deal damage on the point.
Drastic and Tina getting zoned out. This should be a win for Enigma.
Enigma will switch the point over. D.Va Bomb comes out to try and lock out the point a little bit. But D.Va Bomb from Busan goes straight into the point. It's going to get 2.
Mobile with the tire. It gets broken. And Busan's going to flip it right back.
And if nobody from Enigma can touch, which, as I say that, the Junkrat comes in to touch the point and contests it for as long as he can. Now we've got the D.Va back onto point, but with these daggers coming in, it's not going to look good for Enigma. Winston
Some
comes in
beautiful
with
head
the
clicking.
Lucio. Winston's going to get taken down, but Lucio, ultimate point contester.
Lucio's still alive. He's getting. Oh, he's dead.
And then finally falls, but we've
Grave,
got Grave
all of
coming
his
in with his
ultimate
Death
eaten,
Blossom, but is going to get eaten.
Feels Genji, man. Or Reaper.
And
I don't know.
Busan takes first map, Lijiang Tower.
I have to say, my clutch play of the game right now is Tina's Bob. That was pretty big. Although my best team play of the game is the Bob, setting up the Shatter and just like a really quick team play.
And in playoffs, it is a little bit differently. What we're doing is I believe the losing team gets to decide which map is played, and we stop once 3 maps have been won by either team. Now let us find out what map Enigma would like to play. The map choices are Volskaya, Hollywood, Lijiang Tower, Route 66, and Ilios.
Alright, well, I'm Enigma. You have Mobile, one of the best Lucios I've seen in a long time, so I think you want to go Ilios. But,
let's find out what map Enigma would like to play with.
Being informed by Chaston that Drastic was a GM Genji. Pretty impressive. They're trying to go with King's Row, although King's Row is not eligible.
And Yardsey figured it out.
Alright, what map is he requesting? As my team goes crazy trying to message me.
Oh, I know the pain.
Hey man, you know I've got a great made Discord, alright? Not to flex on everyone, but my team Discord looks great. It's you know.
Yeah, but you don't know how crazy my team can be sometimes. Hollywood. And then I would just have to see if Busan would like to sub in Chubby or not. Well, Hollywood will be our second map.
Personally, I kind of hate Hollywood. Don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but like,
I kind of like it.
Really annoying at the first point, and then like the second point, it's kind of like weird because if you switch on a dive, you kind of screw like ult for third point, and then yeah, I don't know, just not a map I've had a lot of good luck on, and not a map I like.
If I remember correctly, because Roddy joined, I believe he is on Enigma, if I'm not mistaken.
Is Roddy?
Nope, he's just checking out the game, which we have open slots, so.
We have 8 open slots. So, you know, if you're watching and you don't want to hear us talk, come and join.
Got it.
I'm gonna have to disable out everyone. Goddammit.
Yeah, Hollywood definitely one of my more liked maps of this game.
Alright.
Mainly just because I play a lot of Junkrat. In my opinion, Hollywood is...
As a Yeah, as a tank player, I'm not a fan of Junkrat.
Oh no, I understand how annoying he could be, because I do play tanks as well. It's just, I also play a lot of Junkrat when I just want to have some fun.
Dude, you know, I don't get to have fun. I can't play anything but tank. Like, I have a DPS account, it's gold. It's, I go from being diamond to, like, becoming gold, so it's a feels bad moment.
Anyway, we are going into Hollywood. Both teams are ready to go, so the match has started. What do you think we can expect to see from either team in this situation?
I think Apple might pull out the Widow on this map. That could be fun to watch.
Maybe even the Pharah.
DPS. Mobile was on DPS. A dive here from Enigma. It's worked pretty well for them in the past, so go see it again.
Yeah, and we've got
Apple.
a little, looks like more a bunker style comp from Busan. We've got the Reaper McCree, just in case, the McCree especially just in case that they decide to run a Pharah. Having that hit scan is so strong on this map. Diana to get some ranged healing with the Mercy to get that healing in the middle of the battle. You've got that damage boost as well. And then the Rein Diva. Diva can jump into the fight, whereas Reinhardt can stay back and protect the supports and hit scan.
Let's see what we got.
And Enigma is going to push straight for that choke, but looks like they don't want to push in just yet, trying to feel out what Busan has.
Trying to go straight.
And Diva jumps in, Winston jumps in as well. And the fight
that dive
starts.
should be able to set up a winning fight, but
Picks falling from both sides, but with 2 falling on the side of Busan. And now 2-2 from either side, with Mobile getting rezzed. And it looks like Draz actually taking out 2 from Enigma. But is it going to be enough? It looks like Enigma is still going to take control of this point, with Ammo being the last one there.
Yo, personally, right, when you run the Reaper, I like to get a Zen Lucio.
And with the Winston coming back, it looks like Enigma is going to take this point over. But you were saying? Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, when you run the Reaper and dive, I'm a fan of like running Zen Lucio, because like you can kind of just run at people and kill them because of Discord and speed. I think it definitely helps them here, but yeah, but Drastic definitely is on the right pick. It's just gonna take some work here from Tina to try and help him get the kill onto the Reaper to win.
And I don't think we're realizing just how quick Enigma capped that point. They capped it with just over 5 minutes on the time bank.
Hey, that is the power of dive.
It was a well-executed dive and a really well-targeted picks, too. We've got a Death Blossom coming out. It's going to catch 3, make that 4!
4 kills!
With Grave Killer taking out Ammo, and it looks like Enigma's just going to keep this payload moving.
Hey, you know what? This is why Reaper is like 110% broken, because he can just ult and then you can kill him.
And even that, they got that many kills with only using 1 ult. Enigma's going to have 5 ults on their side in this next fight. Diva Bomb taking out the Mercy, but is it going to be enough? Because Enigma having the picks fall into their favor.
Astra getting pushed back by Peng when he goes down.
Mobile is going to take down X-Crit, and this payload hits the 2nd checkpoint. With Genesis taking out Apple.
I say, as a person who loves to play Winston, just be aggressive, use the bubble. He's doing it all right. So,
although with this new Reaper meta, I have a feeling we're not going to see as much Winston, unfortunately.
I mean, hey, Nick was doing it; it's working. So, who knows?
It's working really well, and I think it's partially to call out because they are either singling out that Reaper. Ooh, Earthshatter comes down on the side of Busan. With Death Blossom going to take out nobody, but helps to channel that ult down. Draz popping the Deadeye just to keep locked down the area. Expert is
Well,
going to
Mama Bear
take
gets
down
split.
Penguin, and it looks like Busan is going to stabilize.
Alright, so if I'm Enigma here, you just gotta keep doing what you're doing. Trying to get caught off guard by ults or make mistakes. I like the switch onto the Brigida here for Busan. They definitely got a lot of CC, but honestly, I really want to see a Winston instead of a Reinhardt.
Mobile going, trying to flank around, changes his mind.
The Moira.
Ammo King is going to fall. Diva Bomb coming out from the side of Enigma is going to catch out nobody. With a res onto Genesis. Diva Bomb from Busan.
That's going to be huge.
Is going to catch both the Mercy and Grave. And then Deadeye taking out Genesis. And Busan popping the Coalescence to try and just keep them away.
Alright, Mobile does have ult. Malbear probably should start trying to boost Grave Killer, or damage boost Grave Killer here. See if he can get a one-shot onto Draz, and start them rolling that way.
Winston jumping in is going to pop the bubble early. His team was not ready to go in.
Yeah, Genesis, cooling down a lot, making some mistakes. Did you just see the Mercy just fly away?
And Mama Bear is going to be picked by Ammo. You hate to see that.
Ammo trying to chase down the...
Reaper and Diva 2v2 up in the high ground. With Penguin taking down Ammo, but then getting demeched. Death Blossom comes out, is going to take out Draz, but is going to get stopped out of it. Winston jumps into the fight with Bob coming in for Enigma. It looks like Enigma is at least going to be able to push it towards the choke.
Hey, you know what? Positioning is everything. When everyone has to turn to go stop a Reaper ult when you need one person, you know, and someone still dies, you're gonna lose fights, right?
Rally comes out from the side of Busan. Death Blossom in for Busan as well. It looks like they're using almost all of their ults to keep this fight. Brig taking on two is going to... Reaper is going to fall, and the only one left was the baby Diva, who is going to get staggered.
I mean, the major thing that I've seen right now is when Enigma uses their... When the tanks on Enigma are using their cooldowns correctly, they're very hard to beat. Otherwise, the DPS on Busan here are having a pretty easy time cleaning them up. I really want to see more effective jumping and a little bit better matrix management from Penguin, and they'll start doing what they did early on in this map.
It's definitely going to come down to if they are going to target the right people and then follow up on those targets effectively.
Diva and Reaper up top, that's an interesting combo. Could work well.
Winston jumping in with the Diva Bomb coming in for Enigma. Is it gonna... It catches nobody. Deadeye comes out for Busan.
Yeah, not a fan of that bomb, to be honest with you.
Heavy ult, heavy fights with Busan falling into their favor.
I mean, to be honest with you, right? Bomb is one of those abilities, right? It's got a long cooldown on it, but you can move it, right? So you got to use that to your advantage. You got to play some kind of corner with it, or it's better just to use it as like a second life kind of thing. Right there, like just throwing it straight up into a Rhine shield is really not going to get you more than one kill if you're lucky. So, especially with no Winston, you can't knock him around. Although Genesis onto Zarya,
and Enigma is going to go into their last fight. They've got to make a huge play now. And it looks like Mobile is trying to do exactly that, but Ammo is right there to stop him. Diva Bomb comes out with Ammo popping his Death Blossom. Busan gonna take two, the Zarya and the Mercy. Can Enigma do anything? Death Blossom comes into the middle but gets stunned out.
Tina's getting some nice placements here. That's been a big difference between the two teams.
Earthshatter comes out. Hammond comes in to contest with Mama Bear coming in, but nobody was on the payload. And Busan is going to hold them in front of the choke.
You know what? As a big time Hammond guy, probably would not have switched to Hammond there. I mean, I know it's just a contester, but I think I would have tried to contest on Winston.
But you do have to give it to Enigma for pushing it as far as they did. They were almost right at that final checkpoint.
Definitely. Just not able to, get their ults out right, to finish it off.
Yeah, as I was trying
Also,
to...
by the way, do you have fast mode bound in spectators? Because it's so much fun.
Do I have fast modes?
There's like a toggle fast mode thing, right? And you do it like double speed. You can just like jump around the map. It's so much fun.
I don't know. I kind of like the slower moving.
Okay, mobile's on Sombra. Sombra is my best DPS that nobody plays. In my opinion, she's like the second best DPS in the game right now.
I have that same feeling because I love playing me a good Sombra too.
Yeah, so, like definitely Sombra, second or third best DPS. Probably only two that really beat her. Like, people are still sleeping on Tracer.
Like, I just believe her hack is one of the most underutilized abilities in this game, as it basically counters everybody.
Hey, not enough people play it in ranked because it takes a lot of coordination to really get the maximum value on it. But if you get the maximum value out of a hack, there is not much you can do. I mean, perfect setups every single time.
And then her invisibility,
really well
she is the ultimate flanker.
Winston taking some high grounds. Yeah, that was a big jump.
T-Nex going to take out the Mirror Diva's mech with ammo, taking out 3 people, Grave, Genesis, and Yoxi.
Maximum Junkrat.
4! Woo! Junkrat just popping off and early on in this point.
Maximum Junkrat. Hey,
ammo's gonna push forward just a little bit. It looks like Busan is running a very aggressive dive with this. And it's working to their favor with 5.5 minutes on the time bank on that cap.
Axe Grid does not go down. Genesis diving in a little too deep. He will get out though.
We've got Mobile in the back lines. It's going to be taken down by the Junkrat. And we've got a Riptire. We've got Riptire comes out as well as the Valkyrie. Tire going to take down Penguin. Dragon Blade comes out, is going to take down Mono Bear. And Busan's going to keep this payload moving.
Honestly, there is a Junkrat, right? Amo is running Junk, but I'm not a fan of the Pharah here, right? You're killing one person on Pharah. You gotta counter multiple people if you really want to justify playing Pharah. I think here you should be either on like McCree or like Widowmaker or even a Hanzo just to try and outrange him and kill him before anything else happens.
Yeah, and I totally agree. Even though Pharah is a strong Junkrat counter, it's not getting the value that it needs.
But Penguin here getting some like free cleave onto the Mercy. Doesn't go down.
Grave Killer is going to take down Ammo though. And then Penguin Guy is going to take down Draz, with Genesis taking down Axe Crid, and Grave going to take down the Lucio, and Enigma is going to stabilize here.
This could be a huge retake here. Remember, Enigma was through here faster on the last time, so this little bit of time difference could be pretty big down the road. But Amo onto the Ashe, not a bad pick here. Although I really would have liked to see the continued use of the Junkrat. It was definitely making quick work. A lot of people.
Penguin Guy going to jump into the backline, so Genesis following up with him. Genesis going to take down the Mercy, but Penguin is going to fall.
Yeah, that's a big pin by Axe Crid. That's how
and then Genesis is going to get DMAC'd and taken down by Axe Crid. Res onto Penguin Guy, but T-Nax going to take down Yoxi. Grave Killer going to take 2 with his barrage. And then Penguin Guy falls, but Grave going to take down a 3rd on Ammo. But we've got Genji just pushing the payload from behind.
Hey, you know what? That's positioning 101 for you. If you have ults, you can play aggressive. You can take like high risk positioning, and then win, right? I mean that Busan should have won that. If they could have held that position better, they would definitely would have won that fight. But
The Sombra is going to fall, but it was a small trade, each one losing a DPS, and then now we have Mama Bear falling, as well as Ammo King. Draz going to get rezzed, as well as
also
Mama
getting
Bear.
rezzed. The bomb
Diva
gets
Bomb
no one.
comes out from Enigma, is going to catch nobody.
Next frag will be huge. Mama Bear does go down, although Actured's not going to get
Winston
anyone.
popping his Primal Rage from Enigma.
Oh my god, a hack and an easy kill on the Drastic. That is big.
And 3 picks for Enigma means Busan has to pull out.
The Enigma on this dive, they're looking pretty scary here. I mean, this could be the upset of the week. 2 versus 7.
And as this is playoffs, Enigma is showing that they can be a very well-played team.
Chaston is asking who else is here. Right,
Who else is commentating?
Yeah.
It is I, the fur alligator.
Hey, you know what? I mean, look at this high ground angle that they're taking. It's free damage. They get to choose their own duels. Mobile
Although
here
they
coming
do
in.
give ground onto the payload, it's not going to be enough because we have a huge EMP coming out from Enigma. Apple's going to fall quickly with Draz falling soon after. T-Nex needs to get out of the back lines. Penguin is going to take down Vil as well. Bob's there to help contest, but he's actually going to jump away. I thought he was going to get taken down.
I just want to give a compliment here when Enigma goes back and watches this to whoever's shot calling for them. It's they're doing a pretty good job. Also, and Chaston's asking for a shout out as the Torb God. So there you go, Chaston.
Are you the Torb God though, Chaston? Are you really?
I'd say Chaston is the Torb God.
Enigma going to hold this point. Busan trying to play very aggressively. Extra leaving her team, but Ammo is going to fall to the Sombra. This Sombra is proving to be very effective for Enigma right now.
Grave Killer does
But
get
we've got 3 picks
2.
for Busan. Make that 4, and the payload is being pushed by the Moira. Busan going to push it. It looks like they might just be able to get it to the second checkpoint with only the Sombra left to contest it.
I mean, for me, they're the biggest play.
Stretch that.
Is,
Winston jumps
diving
in.
Winston's diving onto like 4 people right now. It's not working for him. He's got to play a little bit less aggressive. Let his just Farah do the work.
And it looks like Enigma's actually going to hold this. We've got a Deadeye from Draz. It's going to take down Penguin, but we are in overtime right now.
Mobile getting another kill. When that Sombra's been working...
Sombra has another EMP, which goes out, is going to get almost everybody, it looks like.
Apple still hacked.
With a Diva Bomb on point from Enigma, and as the time starts to tick down, only Diva is left. Scratch that. Hammond is there too, but the barrage is going to zone him out. Hack goes onto the Hammond, and Enigma takes Hollywood.
Ooh, tied it up there. That was quite a map. That was a beautiful dive. Like a 5-minute defense. I was a big fan of the Diva play, the Sombra, and Ammo here on this Junkrat though. Woo.
So many strong plays on Hollywood right now.
You know, honestly, right? They did run the Farah. I really would have liked to see Ammo stay on the Junkrat. I think he he was doing work against the dive. You know, I think it definitely could have continued to do work. I think he should have stayed on a little bit longer. You know, just trying to kill the tanks a little bit faster. But at this point. Justin's saying he called the upset of the season. All right, map. What is the next map here? I don't know. Enigma, the one thing you gotta clean up. Penguin, a little bit too
Tosk
aggressive.
isn't here.
Trying to do a little too much. He was just here.
Oh, he
It
was
says he's
just here.
for me. It says he's spectating, and then it doesn't say anything about him leaving in the bottom. So I don't know.
Yeah.
He was just here. I might have him added to see if I can invite him. I don't see him on. See if you can invite him.
I don't know if I have him added.
I thought
No,
I,
I
I thought I
don't.
had to. Apparently, I don't have a task. All right. If you have to, just like move one person out of the thing, and then he can join pretty easily that way. That's what I normally do. By the way, just because we're here right now, I'm here to flex and say that I'm master in CTF, like 3600. So
And we have some subs going in for Busan. We've got AtCat coming in for Vil, and we have Chubby coming in for T-Nex. And
oh,
there's
and
Tosk.
Tosk is right here, so
Yep, I see
they
him.
may be making an adjustment. Tosk has been a beastly hit scan this season, so
And then our next map is going to be Volskaya Industries.
it's 2 CP, so I don't know. I think Volskaya could definitely play like Enigma strength. Sombra's really good on Volskaya. There's a lot of good angles for this, especially because also wait, I just noticed why is there a hyphen between play and off?
I don't know.
Isn't it one word?
I've seen it both ways. I don't know.
Hmm.
When I've typed it before, autocorrect puts the hyphen in there, and I'm like, whatever.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I thought it was one word. I'm thinking it's one word. Is it not one word? Let's
I
Discord.
think it
Is it
could
one
be.
word?
I think it could be spelled both ways.
Yeah, no, Discord doesn't give me the line, so who knows?
I don't know. People can judge it all they want, but that's how I've seen it typed. So
All right, so I mean, Busan there, what are they? They got to clean up, right? I mean, Enigma just looked way more organized right there. They were moving together. They were taking advantage of all the high grounds. Busan kind of just like trying to run at the point. Busan should probably be playing goats, or at least on the last one. To if they were trying to continue to do that, but yeah, see if they can try to utilize high ground a little bit more and try and I guess like I mean if you're running Reinhardt, you got to pin the Winston. I mean that's a pretty good way to counter dive. So
hmm yeah, it's. I've said this a lot. It always comes down to who you're targeting and if people are capitalizing off of that. Because in this game, 5v6 fights is normally going to fall into the favor of those that have more people. So
definitely,
taking those
definitely.
early picks is so powerful.
I mean, except for the one time where I tried to throw a game on Roadhog, and so I could feed the enemy team more ult charge, and then they still lost, even though I didn't shoot once the entire game. But so I mean, I don't know. Anyways, what I'm trying to say about this is, you can like, you definitely can, and it's so much easier to win 6v5. But if you don't have any cooldowns after you kill one person, probably not gonna win, right? That's why Hammond is so strong because he can. A lot of people just like waste cooldowns on him.
He basically has
Um,
no
you know,
cooldown too.
yeah, no, it's pretty hard to just waste cooldowns on Hammond unless you screw up in like a shield, and then you've got now you're behind them. They've used like three cooldowns on you already. They don't have to kill, so that's optimal Hammond right there.
Although from what we saw last map, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Sombra again coming up for Enigma because this map, everybody knows that going into that first point, there's always that side route you can do to make a massive flank to the back of the point. And with Sombra's translocator, she can get back there so easily. And then just harass the backlines, take out any shields that the defenders could possibly have and make an easy opening for the attacking team to get through.
Yeah, no, I want to see someone get a flank bastion here with some Metro. That's what I'm looking for.
And both teams ready. We are going into our third map, Volskaya Industries.
Also, Chasten's BMing you right now. I just want to point that out.
What's he saying now?
Chasten said he didn't like when you said that the team with more people win a lot because he said because of Fluid v Krusty.
Oh, shush!
No, that was some I just gotta say, if you wanna learn how to play Hammond, go watch Cal on that map. That was that was some good Hammond right there.
Listen, I don't want to hear any of that, okay?
I should totally open up the stream and look at Chasten just like messaging me in our server. It's not even like it's like it's in the I gotta see what people are. Where's the thing? There's the stream.
And I would call him out in a 1v1, but the thing is, I suck at 1v1s, so I know I would lose. Anyway, going into this map, it looks like Busan's going to run a Rein Zarya with the Mercy on about the same comp that they were running before on Hollywood, except without the Junkrat. We've got the Ashe and Reaper. And then from Enigma, we're going to see about the same with a Lucio and a Tracer instead of the Ana and the Ashe.
You know, we're seeing Chubby Zarya. It's pretty aggressive. Definitely puts in some work. Let's see it. Excited.
And the Tracer immediately goes for the backline for Enigma. Ooh, she has gotten way back there with a huge fight breaking out. Already Busan getting forced back towards the point. But Ana sleeps Grave. Woo. That was a great sleep from Apple. And the picks are falling into Busan very quickly. Rez onto Penguin for Enigma. With charge getting cancelled by Penguin, and Reinhardt is going to fall to Genesis. Ammo kick going into the back lines, but he's so far away from the team. But two picks go for Busan, with an Earth Shatter coming out for Busan, and all the picks are just falling into their favor.
Why did you just pop ult? Not really sure why.
I think that ult might have just been a safety ult. I think, well,
because Extra shattered there, I think he just did it instinctively of like, oh, shatter, must ult.
Or he panicked, or he was thinking of switching, as we see the Moira coming out now.
You know, I really like Lucio on this map. I like Lucio all the time, but you know, especially this map. Nice charge.
Pin right on to boost onto Reinhardt with Death Blossom coming out. Grab coming out from both sides.
2-2, Axcrit is nanoed.
But Bob is right there.
Hey, you know what?
Gravekiller is going to take down Ammo, though.
Yeah, you know, hey, Bob's a sleeper pick, you know what I mean? Like, you better be a Bob man and just playing Ashe in between, like, you know?
We've got Grave, though, making a little bit of a flank.
Mercy out of position. Can Grave hit some fat fans?
We've got Enigma getting to the point with Ammo King right there is going to take down Malvair. Axe Crit taking down Reaper. Shatter comes out for Busan. It was a massive one, too, catching 3 in that. And all of them are going to fall with a team kill for Busan.
You know, right at the beginning of the fight, Mercy and Zarya were coming back. I mean, Enigma was in a perfect spot to 2v6 them, and they just didn't, right? I mean, those are some of the duels that you have to take, because, I mean, you're going to win 2v6.
And just as I said earlier, we are going to see the Sombra come out for Enigma, and is already going around the flanks.
Genesis is on D.Va. D.Va is absurdly broken, so...
Looks like Enigma is trying to run around the same
Big
comp
shatter.
that they were doing. A massive shatter is also going to
Ooh,
charge
Reaper
down
goes-
ammo.
Do we get some nice swings by Penguin?
Penguin is
mischarge
also
by
going to take
Acrid.
down Atcat with
Bob
Lazaria,
comes
with
out.
Chubby getting it double teamed. Grab comes out, is going to catch both of Enigma's tanks. Apple's going to fall, but so is Penguin. And Genesis gets D-maxed. Ammo Amok taking down Grave. Mobile, though, taking down Extra, but Busan has the picks in their
Ooh,
favor.
Chubby
Mama
gets
Bear
some-
getting taken down in the middle of res.
Can I just point out that Bob for a second? Like, the positioning on that was really good, especially with the grab. You've got, you know, I mean, even if you got like one, you know, whatever they have in grab, you can't get support to them. The Bob is gonna stop anything anything you try. So
Deadeye coming out
And this
for
hiding-
Enigma, trying to lock out the point. Get some cap percentage on this.
right as antied.
Earthshatter comes
He's
out
not gonna go down.
with 2 picks falling for Enigma, but 2 picks also fall for Busan. With Ammo Kid coming in, is going to take down Mama Bear, but then taken down by Gravekiller. Enigma trying to keep this fight going. Diva Bomb comes out, is going to catch nobody. But
Another
we've
big
got
anti by
3
Apple.
from Enigma that are on the point. Sorry. 2 with the huge pin on from Axcrid. Nano Boost comes out, the Nano Hammer.
Whew. Actually cleaning up pretty big here.
EMP
EMP,
comes
could
out,
they
but
get it
isn't
back?
but anyone there to capitalize off of it? It looks like it's going to go unutilized. Grab comes out, and Mama Bear is going to fall with Busan holding first point of Volskaya.
You know, we definitely saw some like big DPS plays. You know, some fat Bobs and some good, you know, Chubby getting some value. But like, I mean, really the big difference there was the Rhine battle. Penguin just could not beat Axcrid. I mean, it's as simple as that. You know, Axcrid basically said, "Yeah, no, you can't play Reinhardt," and just built ults off of Penguin. Penguin didn't get as many ults, and they just, you know, really, you can't push without the Reinhardt in a comp like that. So
Yep,
big plays for Axcrid.
in the words that Vil would say, there can only be one. But if you're Enigma right now, what would you think they would have to do in order to stop Busan from taking that first tick?
All right. Well, I've seen some pretty cheeky things done here on whatever this map is, Volskaya. I've personally seen some people do like a split comp with Bastion and Torbjorn, and you just kind of take both of the high grounds in the back, and then like you play Bastion and Torbjorn. I'm a fan of the Bastion when you need some full holds. Or even like a Torbjorn, but
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to see a Bastion, although we are going to see a Reaper, Pharah, and Brigitte comp.
you know what? I don't like Brigitte as a support. Not gonna lie to you. I don't think she does a lot as a support, especially on defense. But they are gonna run dive into it, so I mean, it's not a bad pick.
It may work into their favor, honestly. But Busan quickly diving forward, with Apple quickly getting picked out. It looks like Busan is going to stay a little more passive with this, or quickly losing their Lucio. They're already pulling right back to spawn.
Going to spawn. She's switching to Reinhardt. That is not a. I don't want to play. I mean, I'd probably play Winston to that because I'm stubborn, but.
And you have to commend Busan for making those early switches right away, realizing that they were outmatched with the comp that they were going into.
I mean, hey, you can definitely beat it. It's really just like you know, you gotta switch onto a Widow.
Axcrid pushing
not only
forward,
is it
charging the
Widow players.
Reinhardt down. That's a huge charge for Busan. Mobile taking down Atcat, but Axcrid taking down Mercy, with Ammo taking down the Mirror Pharah. Picks falling into the side of Busan with only Zarya left on point.
Yeah, no,
it
that's
looks like
the Reinhardt
Busan
battle, dude.
It's going to take Volskaya Industries.
And if you want to win a Reinhardt battle, I don't know no better way than just charge
And there's the
So, I love
fabulous
that golden
golden ball.
Yeah, Golden Bob is excellent. Yeah, Extra had a huge game here.
Nice pin onto that Reaper, and then the big shatter.
You know, if you're ever playing Reinhardt, and you see the other Reinhardt charge in, and he doesn't pin the other Reinhardt, even if he does, right? And you think and it's like been like a minute, he definitely has shatter. He's going to shatter, so stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Tip for everyone watching. Also, my computer wants to be stupid right now and not load Discord, so. Load Discord,
And
please.
now we are going into our fourth, possibly final map of the game.
What, it's Enigma's choice right now?
It is Enigma's
believe?
choice.
I want to see some Ilios. Definitely like probably my least favorite control, but like it's still a control, so.
And you correctly called that. Ilios is the map.
I know I'd love to see, except you know my computer just wants to be a potato.
Poor Yoxie having some trouble with autocorrect.
I have Twitch open in the background, so that's whatever. It was not enjoying me. All right, so you know, I think Toskinator comes in here. Definitely like you know a McCree main. So this is a map from McCree. The Big Boss Pine map. I think it should be renamed too.
And especially if you get well, you also know that you're gonna see some hook combo. You're gonna see some Lucio, maybe some Pharah. Ilios is such a boop-heavy map that we're gonna see hopefully a lot of environmental kills coming into this.
And hey, it's a close range. You know, I mean, I want to say close range, but it doesn't have a lot of sightlines, so you can kind of just. I mean, you can run Lucio. You can be a little bit more out in the open, and like you know, not get picked off. Yeah, by hit scans, just like shooting everything. So Toss coming in. So I mean, that's another reason why McCree's really good. No, you can't play Widow Destroy McCree. A little bit harder to play Ashe, although you definitely can play Ashe, but McCree is a decent matchup against Ashe. So sightline to a big deal. But the Ilios or no, Ruins has a pretty long sightline, so that's why you see Widow come out there a lot of the time. Just better than McCree because she counters McCree. So.
Yeah, and if Ruins comes up, it's gonna be the only map that you won't see any of those real boop-heavy characters. It's gonna be definitely a more brawl-style comp that you'll see probably from either team.
Hey man, I like dive on that map. I won't lie to you.
And our first map is going to be the Lighthouse.
If you've ever watched a Fluid game, we run a lot of dive.
Yeah, I know.
We've been spoiler alert. We're working on a Zen Lucio dive. It's pretty crisp.
And maybe I'll be able to commentate and stream some of your games later on into the playoff seasons, because I believe you guys won, did you not?
No, we didn't play first round. We got.
You haven't played. Oh, right. So you are going to be in the second round.
Yeah, we play next week against. Or we play like this Friday, I think, sometime. It's not the game time isn't finalized, but probably Friday at like 8:30 or 8:30 CST. I think it is. But yeah, I gotta double check. Yeah, against ZF, so that'll be fun.
And just as I was saying, we are going to see some of those boop-heavy characters. We've got the Hammond, we've got Lucio on both sides. We are going to see a Symmetra come out for Busan, but Enigma rushes straight for point. They have such high mobility. Symmetra gets the TP on the point and already has turrets right up. Two picks call for Enigma though.
Toss got his turret set up. It's kind of game over right now for.
But
for
only
Enigma.
one turret is left
kills.
on point for Enigma, or not Enigma, for Busan. But Busan is going to have presence on the point and is going to take it.
And, you know, even at the highest level of Overwatch, if you're gonna see Symmetra on a map, this will probably be the map. There's I don't know, actually, this probably won't be the map. It'll probably be like Hanamura, like I don't know if you've seen the Bastion sim strats. Those are pretty cool. But,
Oh, I've seen them. I'm stuck in the gold purgatory, so I've seen every cheese strat you can think of.
Oh, really? I just see my teammates die around me as I get 5Ks on defense.
Although Draz is going to take down Genesis early on, we've got a Coalescence coming out for Busan, which is going to take down Mobile, and Busan taking the picks in their favor, easily holding this point.
You know, I don't 6-stack anymore, or no, I don't solo anymore. Just 6-stack, dude. Just 6-stack. That's the best way. All right, so sticking with the Ryan Zarya. It's really working.
And it looks like Enigma is going to stick with the comp that they've been doing, but we are going to see Tosk switch over to the McCree, just as you were saying earlier, that McCree is super strong in Ilios.
I mean, especially against the Hammonds.
Mine's coming out for Enigma, locking out one of the doors, but Busan's still going to take the picks into their favor. Grav comes out for Busan.
I mean, this is right now. It's a battle of execution. Enigma has a very hard comp to execute, right? I mean, Hammond has to get a separate angle, but basically everyone else on your team has to switch on Diva.
Although
right?
I do believe
when you're playing
Busan...
dive against a McCree and a Genji, they're gonna try to take, you know, 2 different angles. So you've got to get both angles covered, or you got to take 2 different angles of your own and see if you can have value of them.
Although I do believe
really
Busan's gonna have an easy time holding this point. They do have a massive ult advantage. And now that we're in OT, they can safely pop all of their ults if they really wanted to and still take this point.
And I mean, just not able to, you know, take the angles they need to. And for whatever their name is.
Enigma?
So, yeah.
And we are going to see the Ilios well. So we're going to see both Boop-happy maps. And just as I said, Enigma is going to pull the hook combo, keeping the Lucio. And then Busan taking out the Pharah.
Hey, man, I just want to see... I mean, they might run goats here, you know? It's still pretty good. I mean, it's kind of goats. Except, like, not at all. Unless Penguin plays really aggressive, then it's goats. But...
Well, you can play an aggressive Orisa. It's definitely a special skill to learn how to play that, though.
Yeah.
Enigma is going to get onto the point very early on, but so is Busan. Charge getting cancelled by the Fortify. As well as a boop onto Chubby. But the picks are falling into Busan's favor.
I mean, Mobile does what he wanted, but not well enough as Tosk gets 3 kills.
Tosk going off as that Pharah. And we are going to see an early switch from Enigma going onto the McCree, trying to contest that Pharah.
Yeah, I played Mobile in CTF and I beat him, and that was a good moment.
And this Pharah is going to be so strong in this scenario with a Shatter and a Barrage coming out. The Barrage catching 3. And it's nice team kill for Busan.
I've got a bold prediction for this game. Toskinator gets another ult, and Busan wins the point before Chubby gets a graph. Actually, never mind. I take that back. Chubby is halfway.
I was about to say, do you want to put money on that?
It's like a 26, and they're like 2/3 of the way there, or a third of the way there.
We are going to see a Coalescence, though, come out for Enigma. A heavy push coming in, but no ground being made. Busan holding this so strong right now. Excred so close to falling, but is going to get away. Apple in the backlines. He is going to fall with Yax getting res. Excred, though, is going to take down Mobile with Raz taking out Gravekiller.
Excred gets hooked. Charges
but
out.
she is able to get away. And it looks like Busan's going to hold this.
Dress does go down to Penguin though, so that could be a big pick to flip it here.
Grab comes out, is going to catch both tanks, but the shield comes in to save them. Chubby getting taken out by the whole hog. And we've got the supercharger as well as the sound barrier, and it looks like Busan might just be able to take this point.
Dress popping. He does go down.
Barrage comes out, is going to catch nobody. And Deadeye comes in to zone out the area, and the point does switch over to Enigma.
You know, I not enough people are playing Tracer right now. She's really good. And not enough people are I mean, not enough people are really utilizing Ryan the right way. I'm not watching Axcrit's first-person camera, but I bet if I did, you'd see her kind of flick her camera
Draz is going to take down Grave, and we've got all the picks falling into the side of Busan. Easy swap back over.
Oh my god.
With only the Lucio left to contest. Once
Can
again.
Mobile get the 6K? It's Mobile against the world. Can he do it? He's still up.
We've got AtCat Battle Mercy to try and take out Mobile. Which will. We've got the Hammond coming in for Enigma, but he is going to be taken down really quick, it looks like. Nope. Is he able to roll away? He was. The picks are still falling into the side of Busan, and Busan, as overtime ticks down, takes the map and the match.
You know, if you want to become a Reinhardt pro, you want to do some of the things like Axcrit's doing, just like anyone gets near her, killing people, you can like flick your screen, like your reticle around while you're swinging, in the direction of the hammer, so like turn left and then go right as your hammer swings, and you like triple the size of your hitbox, and it's broken, and do it because you will get more kills. So.
But anyways, now comes to some business. MVPs of the game.
MVPs, alright. To be honest with you, I'm loving the Reinhardt play. It's got to be that, or it's got to be Amo. But Axcrit did play more maps than Amo, so you know, had more time to shine.
So yours goes for Axcrit. I'd say Amo had some really strong plays though in the times that he was in. So for mine, it would probably have to go for Amo.
He popped off. You know, maybe I go with Draz. I don't know.
And then for Enigma, who would you say was the shining player?
If they were winning, Genesis was doing really good. So I gotta give it to Genesis. Some really good diva, and some main tank playing a lot of different things. Well.
I would definitely have to agree. Genesis was definitely putting in a lot of work. Now we just got to decide on who it is for Busan.
I don't know. I can agree. We can give it to Amo. He played well.
Alright, so congratulations to both Amo and Genesis for our MVPs of the game.
And that means next week, Busan is playing the winner of Krusty vs. Bloodborne in semifinal to face the winner of Fluid vs. ZF. So, yeah, we're nearing the end.
Well, good luck to you guys.
And my computer will work soon.
With that, I'd say we can call this now. So, hopefully, once again, good luck to you, and thanks for commentating with me, Zaz. And this is Fralgatron signing off.